style. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge.
Thank you very much. Jaren Jackson Jr. is continuing in his father's NBA footsteps. Asked about that influence, Jaren said, just his heart for the game and tenacity. You have to be able to shoot and play defense because you don't want to be a liability. At the end of the day, my dad did all of that, and he won a ring. Kevin Jaren Jr. wants that last part, too.
I can see why, D.A., and I think he's well on his way. Thank you for that one. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. A look at Cleveland's starting group. Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Garland is out there with Okoro. And it's Osman in at the 3 slot. And for the Grizzlies, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Spain in at the 2. And Greg, with over a decade you had in the NBA, is there an opening night that you remember most?
Man, that very first time putting on that Knicks jersey. The game was in Orlando. I played 28 minutes, which was a lot for a rookie back then, and I'll never forget that night.
Now, here's Garland. 6 to shoot. Puts one up from 19, and no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their 2 meetings.
So you know that every game these two teams play will be an exciting one.
Now here's Jackson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot, no problem.
In the corner, it's Mobley. No good from outside.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And after suffering that knee injury in the bubble back in 2020, Jackson worked his way back, Steve.
That's always one of the toughest parts of the game, dealing with serious injury when you're young. They're hoping he can remain healthy because he's a foundational piece moving forward.
Here's Garland. Following the basket by John Morant. And here is Okoro. Pass to Allen. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And Allen's a competitor. He knows what his job is, and he has to be a major presence inside. He has to have the ability to score points down low.
And finished off by Morant.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Now here's Mobley. Osman. Over to the left wing. And Allen slams it in.
And you can see Allen's eyes light up when he saw the opportunity for that alley-oop and finishing it off in style.
Here's Jackson. Morant kicks to Brooks. Back to Morant. Memphis moving it around. Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Adams outside to the right side. Down low. One on the clock, and Adams with the slam.
And he's one of those guys you don't have to call plays for. Steven Adams is happy to eat the leftovers.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
And the intensity Steven Adams brings onto the court with them is obvious. Doesn't let the game come to him. He wants to dictate tempo.
And Greg, that's a quality that served him well. He had a lot to prove when he came into this league. He had to be assertive early on. That attitude has never left him. He still is an intimidator.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Jared Allen. Markkanen comes in for Mobley. Karis LeVert's checked in for Jetty Osman. And it's Colin Sexton in for Okoro. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. Jones checked in for Memphis. Clock at 6. Harlan finds Love. Off target with his 3. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Melton passes to Jones. Out to the wing. Passes to Tillman. Kicks it out to Jones. Into the lane. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
It's LeVert with the drive. The shot missing.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Jones, the pass to Tillman. Up and in on the layup.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Love outside. Love with the screen for LeVert. Back to Love. LeVert in the corner. And another miss by Cleveland. Now the Grizzlies with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Now here's Melton. Defended by Sexton. Jones the pass to Tillman. Shoots over LeVert. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. 8-point game. It's LeVert on the wing. No good on the triple. Anderson finds Melton. The kick out to Anderson. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so is Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Defensive.
All right, look who's turning up in the court.
And the wins haven't always come easy early in his career.
I know that. I have to continue to work.
But you can see the work he's putting in. His numbers have grown year after year.
The scoring in particular, he's showing promise. Interesting to see just how good he can become.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Mobley and Allen, the two big men inside. Okoro out there with Sexton. And it's Osman in at the 3, the small forward.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. The pass to Okoro. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Basket counts. Memphis leading by 8. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. After making the finals 4 straight years from 2015 to 2018, there have been some lean years lately for the Cavaliers. Over the last 3 seasons, they've only won a couple more games than they did in a single season, their title season of 2016. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff says the losing is tough on everybody, but I look forward to the journey ahead. Kevin, back to you.
What do they say, D.A.? The journey is the reward. Thanks. Right side Jackson. Pass to Bain. Clark with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Back to Clark. And stolen by Mobley. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Clark. There's the drive. The shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Okoro shot is off. Memphis leading by 8. And the 21st pick in 2019. Smitty, how did Brandon Clark fall that far?
You know, a lot of times when you play 4 years in college, I don't know, for some reason they think something's wrong with that. He was still tinkering with that form on his jump shot, but you look at his productivity at Gonzaga, I'm not surprised how effective he's been in the pros.
There's the pick. Here's Sexton. Takes it off the glass.
Clever and confident in that pick and roll. Sexton's decision-making in these sets has really improved.
Over to the wing. Pass to Bain. Here's Jackson. Here's Clark. A second chance effort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The potential is there. For Clark, it's about expanding the range so that it makes him more versatile offensively.
No good on that one. Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity. A moment here now to see the numbers for Garland. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 6 assists and 2 rebounds. And with his skill set on the offensive end, he is such a threat on the floor.
I love it because he does so many things well. Defenses have to account for him even when he's not scoring.
He doesn't get the second one. The Cavaliers trail by 9 to the paint. Here's LeVert. And Jones pulls it down. There's 1:34 left in the second quarter. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. Second, the Grizzlies.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Here's LeVert. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Here's Garland. Goes back up. And with that shot, the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Mobley.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Culver kicks to Jones. Adams with the screen on LeVert. Culver's shot is off. And so Garland will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeVert, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Conchar comes in for Clark, and it's Morant in for Jones. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. After this one, they take on the Clippers at the Staples Center. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Garland, the pass to Mobley. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Garland against Morant. And Adams kicks to Morant. And he drives in and finished up by Morant.
Now you see him, now you don't. There's only a few players that are faster with the ball than Ja Morant.
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Memphis. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word.
Now, I know we want to talk about Ja Morant and the big things he was doing in that first half.
Love to see a guy own the paint the way I did, asserting himself, going right over the defense, through the defense, around the defense. And he'll just keep doing it, too, until they find a way to challenge him.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And we've got third quarter of Basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Morant. Then it's Brooks. And it's Bain in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
The ability to stop and start, change pace. Morant's a handful off the dribble.
At the line for 2.
2 shots.
That's good from Morant.
And one thing about Ja Morant that can get lost in all the highlights, he is truly a gifted playmaker. Great vision, and he manipulates defenses to create openings for his teammates.
Let's not forget, he led the nation in assists his sophomore season at Murray State. His court sense and feel for the game are advanced, especially for a player his age. As young as Ja Morant is, I'm impressed. He came in ready to lead a team, and these guys, they follow him.
Kicks it out to Allen. Outside Garland. In the corner, Okoro with it. And they'll get another chance. Offensive rebound. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Such a force as Allen goes to the line. A real throwback. Jared is a center who primarily operates near the hoop.
He's off on the first. One word you can use to describe Jared Allen, Greg, is efficient. He doesn't waste his chances at the offensive end. I mean, like ever. He's very smart with his shot selection, but don't let that take away from his defense. Allen takes a lot of pride in protecting the rim. Good on the second free throw. You know, Jared Allen is a classic big man, and that includes the hair. He's got great blocking ability and is just a natural talent down low. Tillman passes to Bain. Out left to the wing. Shot clock at 6. And it's Morant missing. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Feeds to Garland. Oh, and he pucks it off the glass. Wow. They retain possession. Here's Morant. Off the left rim and out. Passes it to Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. Morant with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Jackson misses. And so it's Garland who brings up the ball for the Cavaliers. Mobley kicks to Okoro. Now the pass to Garland. With the drive and the rejection by Jackson. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Williams, he's... checked in for Tillman. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. A switch here also for Cleveland. Sexton's checked in. And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defense.
And the coach's challenge has been triggered here. The coach wants a review of the out-of-bounds violation. And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action.
The previous play is under
on replay than real game speed.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles, Greg. Much easier to see exactly what's going on.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know, and some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen, regardless of the call staying the same. Steven Adams
Williams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Brandon Clark comes in for John Concho. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Allen. Inside. Here's a Okoro.
Sexton has to just keep developing his court awareness. You want to see more passing from him.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now, here's Melton. Not a lot of room. Clock at 6. Pass to Adams. They could use a bucket. And it's Osman with the rebound.
They just don't have it right now. 0 for 4. Must have been one poor speech at halftime.
Allen, a screen on Adams. Here's Osman. Tries again, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And his teammates love this. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, he really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
Some changes for Memphis. Williams, he's checked in for Brandon Clark. And it's Morant in for Jones. Then for the Cavaliers, Markkanen, he's checked in for Osman. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Okoro. Here's Anderson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Working off contact is something Anderson does extremely well, and he does it a lot.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Love outside. Markkanen kicks to Love. Pass to LeVert. Back to Love.
Memphis foul. Zaire Williams.
A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Culver's checked in. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded closely. Just 3 to shoot. They get the rebound. Allen. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Sexton against Morant. Culver passes to Morant. Adams sets the pick for Morant. And there's the drive. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second.
It's on Jared Allen.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Garland, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Here's Love. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
This is why I love his game. You really have to admire his tenacity.
Culver passes to Anderson. He kicks to Culver. And Williams, here we go. Right wing. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Love.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But, you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter. Talented, driven, he puts constant pressure on your defense.
Here's Morant. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies out in front, up by 2. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others. It's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. So on the floor for Cleveland, Okoro out there with Garland. Then there's Kevin Love. Then there's Mobley. And it's Osman in at the small forward. Garland against Morant. Here's Mobley. Denied by Morant.
Flying around the court, Morant can block shots both on ball and in help.
Outside Williams. Morant passes to Williams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Williams has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Memphis. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but didn't get on balance quick enough.
And the Grizzlies with some changes. Clark, he's checked in for Williams. Brooks comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Morant. And Cleveland also making a change. Allen's checked in. The drive by Garland. It's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here's Brooks. And he uses the glass on the lane. Now it's a 6-point Memphis lead.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Garland looking it over. And the pass to Okoro. Now Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Clock at 4. There's Garland. And another miss by Cleveland.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
Back to Clark. Kicks it to Brooks. Over in the corner. To the wing right side. Over Okoro. And he overshot that one, missing.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
At the elbow, it's Allen. Pass to Garland. Driving in. It's Clark with the rebound. Memphis leading by 6. Culver dishes to Clark. Jackson in the corner. Brooks outside. It's tipped. Stolen by Okoro. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a great grip.
Second team foul. Timeout, Cleveland.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Adams, he's checked in for Jackson. Conchar comes in for Clark. Baines checked in for Culver. And it's Morant in for Tyus Jones. And Cleveland with a change here too. LeVert's checked in for Okoro. Let's go down to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment. And let's take back this game. See what they can do, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks. Jackson, he's checked in for Dylan Brooks. Now, here's LeVert. Tight defense on him. Can they get it? And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's Morant with the drive. It is now to Jackson. Back to Morant. Here's Conchar. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Morant's got 19 points.
Well, Morant's awareness in the pick and roll is special. He usually makes the right reads.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. Pass to Osman. Jacks up a three. No good that time. And it's Memphis the other way. And 1:01 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Morant. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Grizzlies.
I think the attitude was very impressive. Definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components of victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Ja Morant.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. You fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
And finished off by Morant.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jaron. A young team, but you're going in the right direction. How does a game like tonight help you keep that flow?
It's progress. You know, everything is progress. A win you can learn something from. A loss you can learn something from. So we're taking every little bit of it, and we're just happy to get one at home today.
It's a step in the process, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now, let's check out our New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
Come on. Good fun.
CTT on the beat. With the brew, she knew we shake the room. She wanna with the brew, she knew we shake the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move, she finna shake it in the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move, she finna shake it in the room. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna I'ma lock it. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna I'ma lock it. Pardon miss. Still with a narcissist. Bring the in a narcissist. Talk about me with a marksman is. When you parking it, make it shake, I give it. Baby, make it shake, I give it. Baby, I can make your. I got got the game in the grip and the headlock. I got the game on your goal doing TikToks. Ooh, baby, always been one for the ladies. Never been one for the babies. Never faked it, but I made it. She want the brute. She know we shake the room. She the brute. She know we shake the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move. She finna shake it in the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move. She finna. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna, I'ma lock it. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna, I'ma lock it. She know I'm a. She been trying to get me. She been to the spot, and now she trying. I've been through a lot. I've been damaged and no fixing. I've been with the ops. I've been captain on the mission. Hop in the whip like she know where I'm headed. Gassing her up like she full of unleaded. After tonight I'ma need me. After tonight I'ma need me a. Got me a. Turn into a beast. I keep a. Call me Mercedes, you know what it means. I got the light. Couple city of gold. I came up on the streets. Had to be bold. I came up with the. Everything sold. I had to be the. I be the light. Couple city of gold. I came up on the streets. Had to be bold. I came up with the. Everything sold. I had to get the. Will the brute. She know we shake the room. She will the brute. She know we shake the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move. She finna shake it in the room. She wanna hop in the coupe and move. She finna shake it in the room. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna, I'ma lock it. Ooh, baby, know I got in the pocket. She want the keys to the rocket. Finna, I'ma lock it. She know I'm a.